This is the last video in this chapter that we're going to have anyway. I want to talk a little bit about interpreting these error messages. So I have a PowerShell ISE over here, and look for these things. I'm going to ask you to look for line numbers. I'm going to ask you to get in the habit of reading through the error message and then reading, trying to read through the vagueness a little bit to figure out what it's telling you. So let's go over to this ISE. And I've got 3 lines of code here. Something called echo off. I'm not going to talk about what that does right now. Something called write output that just writes a line of text. And then get service, but I've misspelled the word service here. And I'm just going to run this command. And what you see here is it seemed to work fine until it got to here and it says, oh, get service. The term get service is not recognized as the name of a commandlet, function, script file, or operable program. Check the spelling and so on. And it also gave me some other interesting information. At line 3, character 1. So it's saying the very first thing that it found in this line, line 3, and it told me exactly what line to look at. That there was a problem in that I didn't recognize that as a commandlet. Well, that means that it probably is not a proper commandlet, which means I may have misspelled it. So if you get in the habit of looking at this red stuff and reading where the problem is and what type of thing is going on here, you might get a clue as to why it didn't work. I've gotten some emails from students who in their tests they got an error message and they didn't realize why they got an error message. In the quiz it said it was wrong, right? So I asked them, well, put it in your PowerShell, type it into your PowerShell, and see what you get. And if you get an error message that says, hey, it's not recognized as a commandlet or a function, or it's missing a parameter, right? It will tell you, give you clues as to what's going on. Get in the habit of reading these error messages. Sometimes they're a little cryptic. Other times they're pretty clear. When they are kind of cryptic, you can always use Google, of course, to find out what's going on.